Welcome to Total Fithead.
Serious fitness for not so serious people.
Hello, Mrs. Spagnola.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
It is the new year. This will come out the day after January 1st. The 3rd.
January. Sometime in January.
It's still the new year.
So excited to have you on. We talk about you all the time.
Probably our most talked about figure.
Yeah. Well, it's up there.
Once a day, huh?
Brian Borstein, though, close second.
Oh yeah, he gets more than I do for sure. And that's okay. I'm good with that.
If you know that, though, that means you're definitely a fan.
I do watch. Yes, I do.
You're a fithead.
Well, okay.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us
don't
how
do
you
that
became
to
a
me.
fan of the podcast.
I don't do those things. Now you put me on the spot. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm surprised she agreed this far. She was like, I'll sit there and you two can talk.
That's right. That's why I'm the audience.
Okay, and you said you watch. So you put it on YouTube even. You don't listen.
No, I put it on the living room TV on YouTube. Huge.
Wow.
Our heads are bigger than
she
real
is
life.
Huge. You are huge when I put it on.
I'm suddenly very self-conscious.
No, it's very entertaining. I look forward to it. I sit there and I laugh by myself.
Typical.
I enjoy the interaction. You guys are good.
We're doing something right. So what is your demographic that we should target?
Oh yeah, no, not me. I'm the least fithead. I certainly. I got a D in gym when I was in high school. So I don't do fitness.
Let's unpack that. So how did it make you feel getting a D? You seem like a high-performing person.
Very awful. Yes. Yeah. Without that, I could have got a 4.0.
What kind of testing are we talking about in high school gym? Are we talking
Showing up?
good attitude? Are we talking burpees? Are we talking pull-ups?
Well, it wasn't about showing up. I definitely showed up. I don't know. It was just not athletic.
That's crazy. Ours was just showing up. I don't think. Oh no, we had to get under 10 minutes on the mile to get an A. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the semester was or what the grading period, what we did, but I was never good in gym.
Didn't you tell me rope climb? They made you climb a rope and ding the bell at the top?
Oh yeah, I couldn't get up that rope. There's no way I was going up a rope.
I always wondered about that. Did they ever actually teach you how to climb the rope, or did they just say there's a bell?
No, they just said go, just do it and go.
Because there's a technique.
Oh
yeah,
it was,
and it makes it a lot easier.
Well, significantly,
yeah.
so.
If somebody would show you, I don't know. I was out of school and had kids before I finally realized. Stop thinking that you have to do something. Just do better than you did the day before. So I went to the Y and started. They had Nautilus machines back then. I don't know if you know what Nautilus is.
Oh yeah.
Variable
weight things. So I went to the Y and I started doing just low weights and then gradually got better and realized, oh, I can do this. I just have to go at my pace, not somebody telling me, no, you're not doing enough, do more. So, everybody learns differently, but that was a turning point in my life for sure.
And it took you till then.
And it took me till then. Yeah, for physical activity.
And how did you feel once you started moving up?
Stronger. Definitely stronger.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed doing it. It was good.
Footnote, I hated it because I was in the daycare at the Y. It sucked. The kids sucked. The person watching me was, I don't know, maybe a couple years older than me.
I thought you
The
loved
3-year-olds
it. You had
watching the
lots of
2-year-old kind of
toys.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
well,
it's
I guess
fine.
that's why I stopped going. She
It's on
finally
me.
told me she hated it.
Way to go, Allie. Way to go.
But you started going again.
Oh no, I haven't started, but I'm considering going again.
We went a couple days ago together to the Y.
We did.
And
how was it?
they're called techno gym machines, but it's basically the same thing instead of Nautilus.
Is
And
there
it's not variable resistance through the movement. It's cable machines, but they're techno gym ones. And
Yeah, I think I'm going to sign up and maybe start trying to go back and see if I can get a little stronger.
excellent?
she also gets to go for free.
Oh yeah, I'm a senior. My
Silver
silver slippers or what?
Silver
sneakers. I hope. We'll see. Whatever. It can't be that much. It's the Y.
Yeah, it's worth the investment.
That's right.
Do you want me to still sit in the daycare while you go? Will make you feel
That
better?
would make me feel better.
I
You'd
mean,
come
it
with
sounds
me.
like a good video. You might as well do it one more before you leave.
Yeah. So wait, Max helped me out with this because I showed her 4 machines.
Trying out the daycare I used to do.
Oh,
Daycare update.
yeah.
It's awesome. I just sit here. Sorry, what's up?
I showed her some machines to do. I was trying to pick, a push and a pull and some legs. Are there any holes? Am I missing? Because I gave her 4 machines. Leg press. So that's pretty much all lower body that we're gonna do for now. Which she's working her way up to do air squat, right?
I don't even want to tell you why I want to do that.
Who was the guy we talked to that was training seniors? And he was like, imagine getting off a couch and that's your 1RM,
Yeah.
No one wants to get to that.
It was getting out of a chair, getting out of bed.
I do have trouble with that. My knees are bothering me.
Yeah.
And my hips sometimes. But that's not going to go away.
Not with that attitude.
Not without a new knee. Robot knee.
No, I don't want to do that. I just want to be a little stronger.
I think first of all, just movement, thinking about movement, getting, not getting stuck, having never reached over your head for a couple of years.
Oh no, I always do stretches in the morning. I don't have like
mobility issues.
That kind of issues yet.
Yeah.
But
they say that goes quicker than you think.
Yeah, and like 18 for you.
Mine went when I was 17, 18.
But
I don't know.
Like
push pull. Obviously, the first and foremost, I would say just do a million curls. That would be my recommendation. And then
you're going bicep, not chest?
Hit a nice
I
bicep
guess so.
Every single day in front of the mirror. That's what I do in the mornings anyway. So that's
I hold in the mirror.
Not my goal. It's not my goal.
My next suggestion would be find a gym buddy, I guess, or find,
We're not people. She's fine alone.
I'm very self-motivated.
You don't need accountability.
No, just for fun, just for kicks.
Oh,
or maybe FaceTime with Allie when she's working out,
Yeah.
and then you both can like correct form and stuff, chit chat, gab.
I'll be too focused. I can't. I gotta figure this out first.
A lot of pins to move on those techno gyms.
I love the name Techno Gym.
You've seen them. I know you know them. They have
I know,
orange
but I didn't know that was
pins.
the name.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like
it's European techno gym with 4 on the floor. Okay,
dumbbells?
so she's
You doing
doing
anything with dumbbells?
No, not free weights yet, but I think we could get there next Christmas.
She told me to walk with holding them.
Yeah. We are doing farmers carry walks.
Farmers carry walks are great, fantastic exercises. The only issue is they have the dumbest name, and so it makes you not want to do them because you're like, I don't want a
See, and I thought that
farmer's
was just
walk.
kind of
That sounds
cute. And
terrible.
you're saying it's
Well, I'm on the other side of it. I'm like, how primal. I'm a farmer. Look at me getting back to my roots. Pun
Everybody's
intended.
perspective here is different.
I'm picturing a farmer's walk like milking a cow.
Can you help me?
And see,
Farmer's walk.
I'm figuring bushels of apples in each hand.
There
Yeah.
you go. I love that.
Or the groceries, you got to get all of them in.
Yeah.
Kegs of milk. Is that what they're called? Not kegs.
Oh yeah, those. What are they called?
Gallons, carafes.
No, the
30
big
racks.
ones.
Okay, so farmer's walk. You remember that? Good. See, and then
I will say, actually,
chest press.
I
She's
know I was
doing
making
a
fun of
bench.
it, but funny names for exercises really do go a long way in terms of remembering things. I had there was sort of a system of when I was wrestling, there was a system of moves from a certain position. And the guy who taught it to me had the dumbest names. He goes, "All right, so from this, you're gonna want to shoot your thumb up. So this is called the Elvis. And then there's another one called the whip, and you take your arm and you like whip it like that. And then there was another one called like the grapevine, and I'm like, these are the dumbest names, but now I remember them 20, 30, 40 years later. It does go a long way. A
There
silly
you go.
name
He
for
knew
a
what he
fun-
was doing.
I gotta
Yeah.
make up new ones for you. Okay, so calf raises are now poppets.
Oh,
Did you do your poppets today?
I'll probably
Pop it.
forget that.
How about farmer's strut? Maybe that's better.
Farmer strut. Work the runway, farmer. See, that's core too, because you gotta make sure they don't get you off balance.
Yeah, gentle things. I just need something very gentle right now.
Did you say you want something you didn't realize you were doing it?
Right. That just, you can just do it really slowly and then it works like magic.
Working out is magic. You could play pickleball. That's what everybody does.
No, that's supposed to be bad for your knees.
That's supposed to be terrible for the knees. That's
Yeah.
why.
I already have knee problems. I'm not doing that.
Switching
Besides-
directions, you're stopping
besides-
and starting.
It's too much pressure for me. That's a team sport.
Yeah.
And it's like I will feel bad when I make people lose.
Do they not?
I don't want to embarrass anyone too much
Oh yeah.
by dominating a sport I've never played before.
No. Wrong side.
Ugh,
You
I
got
won
that
again.
wrong.
I just started this dumb sport. Ugh. You guys play this all the time?
No, you see,
Yeah.
having me on your team makes you lose. Not
Yeah, well,
Do they play singles? I've only ever seen 4
I've
people
only ever
hanging
seen
out.
doubles. I don't know.
I don't think
I
there
will
is
say,
one.
my grandma swam laps for like this, she was a swimmer and she just kept swimming all the way up into her, I don't know, very, very, and she said it's great on the knees, great on the joints.
Yeah, my sister has a pool and she swims. She's my older sister, so she's in her 70s.
Outdoor pool might be a little tough.
Well, she's in Florida.
Okay.
That's where all the 70s people go.
So yeah, she loves it. She misses it if she misses a day. She says she feels the difference and likes to do it.
Yeah.
Keeps
I was
her
doing
moving.
that in the Pacific Ocean for a while as my cardio workouts. And then
Yikes.
I saw a sea lion and I was like, what else is in this ocean that I can't see? And then there was an article about great white sharks right near my house, and I'm like, I'm good. I think I'll just jog.
Get hit by a car instead.
Yeah, jog on the PCH, exactly.
Would you swim?
Would I swim?
Yeah.
I'm not a swimmer. I'm not a strong swimmer.
Well, because you haven't.
Well,
Our Y also has a saltwater pool. We went and then people were doing aerobics in there, but I guess What helps you float better?
The salt does, yeah. And it's heated. It's really warm for therapeutic reasons.
So it's like a hot tub. You're just sort of strolling. It's a
Yeah.
hot stroll. That's a theme with all my cardio. Is just you just sort of stroll around. You strut.
Well, you get to a certain age, and that's the best you can do.
Yeah, that's good.
They're saying that you should do that younger too. That zone 2 thing where you never push too far so that you never have to recover. You can just do it every day and not really challenge too much.
Just a little bit. That's all I can take.
You used to walk a lot, right?
I used to walk frequently, not a lot.
Frequently, but not far, you mean? Or
Walk till
very
failure.
far, but not a lot of times.
I would walk daily for about 20 minutes. It's not a lot.
That's awesome.
That's great. And it probably really helped her metabolism too.
And some sun.
You still get older.
There's
No
no
matter what
sun.
you do,
We're in
you
Beaver
still
County.
get older.
It's very dreary. No sun. Oh, yeah, but we bring on guests that are trying to fix that.
Fix what?
Getting older.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of guests, have you, as an avid, if I may
Hmm.
call you an avid listener,
Fithead.
have you had a favorite or least favorite guest that springs to mind? Because I know a
Oh.
lot of times when I listen to podcasts, even if it's one I like or a podcast I like or I like the host, sometimes I will actively listen because I like a host, or I will turn it off because I dislike the host. Is there anybody that's jumps, or I'm sorry, a guest? I'll turn it on or off depending on how if the guest is great or crappy.
Well, I'll never turn it off. I always turn it on. So that's
Thank you.
not a good question.
She's a completionist. Didn't you watch all of Desperate Housewives even though you hated it?
Oh, yeah, I watch all of whatever I start. It's a thing. It's a thing I do. I
I
don't
love it.
know. I can't not finish a book. I can't.
Yeah, not finish those reps at the Y.
That's why I haven't started yet, because I'm not sure I'm going to complete it.
Once you're in, you're in.
But honestly, Max, my favorite ones are where it's just you and Ali.
Really?
Honestly. But there have been guests that I have not appreciated, and there are guests that I thought, wow, I really learned something.
Yeah.
But I have memory issues, so don't ask me a name.
The gold guy is the one that always jumps to mind, where he's like, "This gold will do or this gold
Yeah.
box will save your life." And I'm like, "Why don't you have a gold house?" And he's like, "Wait,
Oh,
hold
that
on."
guy. Yeah, that was a little strange.
Well,
yeah,
then follow up. Sometimes when I'm listening to radio or podcasts, I will want to yell at the host for saying something. And in fact, I've done this before. I'm in a very unique position. I live in LA, and a bunch of my friends are content creators that my friend has had a podcast, and she was saying a stupid, stupid thing. And so then I texted her, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me just come on your podcast and yell at you. And so I went on Megan Tonjes's podcast and I yelled at her about her ideas on love and relationships or whatever. Is there anything? Here's your platform.
Yeah,
If
this is
there's
your
anything that
chance.
we've been doing wrong or
Tell
you'd
us
like
how
to
dumb
correct
we
us
are.
on,
No, I have no
please, by all
suggestions.
means.
I
We're
have
putting
no
this up.
suggestions. I think yours is the only podcast that I will consistently watch. I can't stand the rest of them.
Who else have you tried to listen to?
No, I sat with you and that friend of yours that one time.
Oh, yeah.
That was insufferable.
What she came to visit LA and I was on someone else's podcast and she had to sit there. So it wasn't even because you could make the argument, perhaps, that you like this podcast because your daughter hosts it. Your daughter's on it, but you had to listen to me on someone else's and you hated it.
I wouldn't even listen to yours for 2 years. She had the recap where you went through all of them.
We did 100. We hit our 100th episode.
And so you did a recap of everything that you had done. So I watched that one and it hooked me.
You're a completionist.
after
Wow.
after
we just-
that one, I haven't missed a podcast.
It worked.
So the trick is just give you a checklist and then you're hooked.
Well, no, I was going to watch that one and quit because it's like, I don't like podcasts. They're not my thing, but you hooked me.
Because okay.
Because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I like your interaction. I think you have a good rapport with each other.
Thank you.
And,
Appreciate it.
and your
Yes, thanks.
conversations make me laugh. I enjoy it's
That's
and
really nice to
occasionally
hear
I learn
because
something.
for so long I kind of felt like a lot of stuff only makes me, a lot of the things that I say that I think are funny, I feel like they only make me laugh, or I
Potentially
only
me.
think they're funny. And when I was home for Christmas, I was talking to my dad about this also. He's like, I say things because I think they're funny, not because I think anybody else thinks they're funny. I was like, yeah, dude, me too. So it's comforting to hear that me and Allie joking around does have legs outside of just me and Allie.
Yeah, well, at least one more person.
Yeah, that's
Do you
great.
make art for the consumer or do you make art for you?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
hopefully. If you're
Hopefully.
lucky, it reaches somebody.
Yeah.
And I occasionally feel guilty that, oh, we should have more guests. We should get experts instead of just shooting the crap with each other.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Oh.
And some of your guests are really entertaining. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like, have you seen us struggle when a guest is so bad that we're like,
Oh, I see the skepticism in Max for sure.
God, it's great.
And I appreciate how Allie is always so encouraging.
convince me more. I should pay hundreds of dollars for a bottle of water. What have I been doing all my life?
But then I know Allie, and I know that she's not buying into all that, but she's very good at, making them comfortable, which is
She
which
might
is
not
a
be
talent.
buying into it, but she's certainly buying their product and trying it out
Yeah,
for a
still
year.
testing it on
You gotta
internet.
test.
She's trying it for 8 years in a row. You know what I mean?
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
I'm not really sure about this. I'm like, how long have you been doing it? She's like, 3.5 years. I'm like, okay.
Maybe it doesn't work.
That completion thing. I hope she didn't get that from me.
Well, now I'm super well balanced and normal and has nothing to do
Yeah.
with you.
That was I had a couple questions, speaking of which. We're in the unique position of having you on. And I guess what we like to do is we like to have guests on who are an expert at something. And I would posit
I
that
guess
you
I'll
are
just
probably an expert
bow out.
in Ali Spagnola. So
Oh, there you go. Now, do we ever really know each other?
are there
Let's
any
go.
life lessons?
Getting
Ali talks
deep.
about, you had some, I forget what it was, but Ali did a workout one day, or she did a recurring homework, and you said, and she completed it that day, and you said, "Great, do it again." And she points to that as like a life lesson of,
Oh, yeah. Was the
It was
Yeah.
I had 3 glasses of milk that
drinking
day.
milk? Yeah.
and it was a funny, she talks about it a little bit. I can see it a little bit. Are there life lessons that you tried to instill in Ali that didn't take?
Oh.
And are there life
Yes.
lessons that you tried and you're like, yeah, nailed that one. She really took that one and ran with it.
Didn't take. Oh, clean up your room. That one didn't work.
It's fine. I'm busy.
I would
he's
say that
seen
went the opposite.
Yes.
Both of
But-
you have seen my studio.
But they say creative people are
Slobs.
more more interested in other things than that kind of organization.
I still want to do a video where I make my bed every day for 30 days and show that it does nothing but waste my time.
You
Yeah.
won't. 30 days
You
a
will.
little, it was a little short though.
I
Shouldn't you work
know,
for like
30
700
years.
days?
700 days. You always try and instill in me more rest. Don't push so hard. She
Oh,
did the
yeah.
same thing as you. She's like, don't max out. And I'm like, in the middle of a back squat to
In the middle of a
something.
hernia. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know things wear out and you can injure yourself and then it doesn't really come back 100%.
Yeah.
So I
You've always worried when I, push hard and
that
go.
was my job to keep you safe.
Yeah, protective.
And yeah.
But that didn't work. That didn't stick for sure. I should listen better about recovery and
Well, whatever.
knowing my limits.
We all learn at our own rates.
So you're telling me I got to get injured and then I'll get it.
No, don't do that.
Well, unfortunately, I do agree with that idea. I'm not saying injure yourself, but I mean, after I had a serious injury, I changed a lot of what I was doing for working out. After I got into a bad uh, car accident, I changed how I drive significantly. I think it takes giant.
Well, it doesn't have
It's
to
not
take
always,
a
but
giant
sometimes it takes
things.
a
You
big
have
thing
to.
to really scare the pants off you a little bit. And
Oh, you can learn without being scared, but some things not.
right,
Some people not.
yeah.
Well, I should have gotten the picture when I hurt my shoulder doing that stupid muscle up, and I didn't. But I still got the muscle up.
But you did have to. Your body forced you to learn that lesson.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you also got it. You have a tattoo to show that
That
you
it took
got it
too
a little
long.
late because
Yeah.
of you overtraining. Is that fair to say?
Fair. Yes.
Yeah, that lesson she didn't learn either. Don't get tattoos.
She wouldn't even let me draw on myself as a kid. Come on. That's fun.
Is it?
Did we
Is
have
it-
any house rules growing up that you'd like to address?
That for her?
Me?
That's for you, Ali.
Oh, yeah. I want to draw on myself. Maybe then
That's
I
what-
wouldn't have to get tattoos later.
Hmm.
Oh, she does always have candy out here. Look,
Oh,
There's
boy.
just
Oh,
junk
boy.
food everywhere.
Oh,
And a pineapple.
boy.
But
And then you walk past, you grab a handful. Yeah, I know that. I know
Really?
that life.
It was the opposite. As a kid, it was just always there, so it wasn't
Yeah,
a big
because
deal.
I grew up with only on Sundays house rule. You could only have candy on Sundays. So it was always the forbidden fruit kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I was determined that my kids would have access and not care. And it worked. They don't care.
Now I eat whole avocados and seitan.
Neither Drew nor Allie are sweet lovers. I mean,
Drew is my brother for any fithead who doesn't
oh, yeah,
know.
sorry.
We don't bring him up a lot.
Maybe we shouldn't. Don't be angry.
I'll bleep it out.
But,
So it's the opposite effect of what you think. It was just always there as a kid, and it was like, okay, yeah,
no big deal.
yeah.
Yeah. Abundance. I believe in abundance if you can.
Love
Yes,
that.
it's a good
Then-
lesson.
Makes more generous people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like in your household?
It was never food. I remember my grandma had cups of. She would have like chalices of M&Ms and Reese's peanut butter, whatever. And when we'd go over to her house, I would just grab one. I would walk past and grab one because it was just never there, and I never thought of it. Growing up in my house, we just didn't have a lot out, and I didn't really think about it. And then by the time I got to high school, I was already worried about my weight, body dysmorphia, and so I was just so on. I was never eating anything I shouldn't eat, really.
But did you want to? Did you feel you were depriving yourself?
No, I didn't feel bad about the only thing that springs to mind is my mom had a rule growing up when I was very little was no guns, no toy guns, no Nerf guns.
Yeah, we
no-
tried to steer away from guns too.
Yeah, and I was so jealous of my friends who had Nerf guns, and all I watched was Terminator movies, and I'm like, I need a gun, Mom. This is ridiculous. I need a gun. And looking back on it now, I'm like really happy that we didn't have guns, and I had plenty of other toys or ways to act
Right.
fill up my
Yeah.
time. But that was the one that I thought was a weird one and a bit of a unique one. No guns of any kind. Because it really, it made me think that guns aren't cool. And I don't think guns are very, I mean, I kind of do and I kind of don't. But
Yeah.
I think
So
it
it did
works.
stick. So
I
Yeah.
remember you wouldn't let us point any toy gun at a person.
right.
Like
We did.
she would treat them like a real gun. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
like barrel down. What are you doing? And it's just a Nerf.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't as strict as far as Nerfs and stuff like that. We let them have those, but
Yeah. The other one we had no super bouncy balls. Super balls.
oh, really?
Yeah.
And what was the
Uh,
thinking there?
the
Choking
thinking
on
was
'em.
my dad was an emergency room doctor and he saw too many kids with like lose their eyes. on
Really?
super
I didn't
balls.
even know that was a
They
thing.
would just rocket, hit him right in the face. And he saw too many of those.
Good thing I didn't know that earlier.
Yeah, now you're scared of balls.
Well, super balls. We had, we had to
I
like,
like
Hard
that.
ones, the real hard ones.
yeah, we had softballs all over the place. That's really hurt,
Do you have any now? We got to get rid of them for Drew's kid.
Really?
Oh no. What would you do now? How would you handle raising me in a screened world?
Mm.
Oh God, I'm glad I don't have to.
Yeah. It seems crazy difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, the kids see what their parents do. How are they not going to do that?
So I have a niece and nephew who are 9 and 6. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the 9-year-old just got an iPad from grandma this year.
Oh.
It was okayed by dad, her dad.
But they see what their parents do and also what their peers do. Everybody's
Yeah.
going to grow up with
Well,
them.
the
So
school gives them. They get an iPad
The school does?
from
Mhm.
school. Yes, the first grader.
Yeah.
But you can't put Instagram on it. Your swiping is a math game or whatever.
But you can't put that watermelon game that I like to play, so it's basically useless.
Well, they have like composition things.
They take notes and
No, like composing music. They make songs. They make games of their own. They have all kinds of things on the school computer.
are they learning to
I-
program?
No, on an iPad?
I haven't studied it. I really don't know.
Hmm.
Not programming.
Do they,
no. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like apps. They have apps they can use.
So do they go into school and they get it in the morning and then they turn it in at the end of the day, or do they take it
No,
home?
they bring it home.
Oh my
it-
gosh.
It's at home, and they can use it. It's not locked after the school day. It's used at home when they want to. There's not restrictions on it. I mean, there's restrictions on what can
Yeah.
be
Functioning.
loaded onto it, but and the older one actually has homework assignments that involve it. So it's very much ordinary to them. It is
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah. I mean, and then when they grow up and get a job, it's still going to be their life. So you need to be exposed to it.
Yeah, it's going to be who knows what after this. They'll be obsolete and something else will take over.
Just a heads up display
Yeah.
over
A
everything.
contact lens.
Yeah.
God.
So do you still felt like I was on the computer too much? We got one in high school and I was always on AIM, AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, when I was young, I was on the TV too much.
Hmm.
When my mother was young, she was on the radio too much.
Don't listen to that
It's-
radio, it'll rot your brain.
Exactly right. It's going to be something. It's going to be something always.
So are we headed south? Were we better
Okay.
off listening to the radio? Are our brains
absolutely
crappier?
not.
Are you sure?
Oh, absolutely not. Look at the knowledge that gets transferred.
Yeah. And now it's just here. I can access all of human knowledge via Google.
Right. Settle that argument on.
No more encyclopedias.
Yeah, we had a whole set.
I
Is it
had
still
an
downstairs?
I had an encyclopedia um, CD on
Oh,
my
What?
see.
compact computer.
Was it several discs or just it fit
Oh
all in
yeah.
one? Okay.
It
Four.
was one of those ones that opened and then it opened again. The CD thing.
Yeah.
All that information right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Hmm. So
All
do you
right,
have
let's
any
get
new-
to the real nitty-gritty.
Okay.
What was the most trouble Allie ever got into as a kid?
She was a good kid.
Ah,
I'm sorry.
There was,
There wasn't even
I-
opportunity for trouble.
there's
was there
nothing.
anything recurring that she got into a little bit of trouble for?
No. She was a joy.
Sometimes I didn't practice piano as much as I should have, but I could fake it.
I don't think
I could
that
fake
was
it at
up
the
to her
lesson.
too. She did more than she was expected. She's always done better than expected.
What are you looking for, Max? Was it that?
I was looking. It's a bit of a backhanded compliment, but yeah. So I appreciate that. I agree. She does more than expected at every turn.
Mm. Oh, are you both calling me a tryhard? What the heck?
Well, we all try. You succeed. That's how it goes.
Yeah, succeed half a year too late and then get a tattoo. She was watching me do, I'm working on a front lever now, did I tell you?
Oh boy.
How's it look?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, back lever. Sorry. Back lever is way easier.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's getting
Looks
there.
difficult.
That's your next step. I'll leave my rings. You can use them.
No, thanks. Don't bother.
Do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
Oh, I don't do New Year's resolutions.
What's the thinking behind that?
It's similar to yours. If I'm going to do something, just do it. Don't wait for a date.
December 28th resolution, just do it.
You want me to come up with one?
No, I mean, you would just make a change today instead of waiting till January 1st.
Yeah, because I asked you to go to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to sign up today.
You know it's going to be busy in January, too. I'm sorry. I hate
Everybody
January.
knows. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And Mondays.
It's a place to be.
Yeah.
It's popular. Pop in. Oh, what is he doing? Let me try that. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Why?
I'll look at it that way. I'm going to use that perspective.
Oh, we didn't get through all your exercises. So I'm going to have her chest press. These are all machines, overhead press. And then she's rowing.
Yep.
So we're getting all back.
Do I need more legs?
Do you want more legs?
Your knee's messed up. It's tough to do legs.
Really?
Is there a way to do a deadlift-ish?
Yeah, like yeah, we could try it with just dumbbells. Maybe a Romanian deadlift, just sort of bend over and get those
Try not to
hamstrings
bend your knees
going.
as much,
Yeah. But you don't really, when you're pushing that plate away on the leg press,
It'll take
that's
care of
all of them.
everything.
That's front and back and butt and
Okay.
but not calves, so you got to do your calf
calf
raises.
raises. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good to know.
If you keep progressing on that one, I mean, you can get more dialed in and start doing
Yeah.
just the front by
Next year,
itself.
when
but
you're
just-
back next year, I'll get the next lesson.
Okay. Yeah, and you can try and get lower or try adding more weight depending upon what settings you want to change.
Right.
But that'll help you get to an air squat, and then you're also working on your balance.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sounds good.
I'm thrilled that you're down for it. She's got a lot of time now. How's retirement? What should we look forward to?
Oh yeah. Do plan for retirement. It's worth it.
And this is from a high performer too. She's like, nah, not anymore.
It's thrilling, honestly. to have freedom like that. It's nice. Is your mom retired?
Yes, this year actually, or maybe just over a year, but yeah, she's retired. She's staying extremely busy, so I think
Well, yes, I hope she does enjoy it as much as I do, but I am not staying extremely busy. That is not my goal. I have a different goal. I just want to enjoy it.
yeah, no,
And
I mean her social calendar is full.
yeah,
She's not working.
yeah.
She's not she's doing whatever she wants to do. But yeah, she said she really likes it.
That's good.
You do have some hobbies. She'll send me a Snapchat every Saturday, so that's fun.
I do that.
From right here, I get this picture every Saturday.
Oh,
She's
same
seeing me
Saturday?
age before her eyes.
Yeah.
You should
And
set
then
up an Instagram account and just do it that same picture every week for the rest.
yeah.
I like that Snapchat goes away.
Ephemeral feels less committed.
Is Snapchat the only social media? Would you have joined Snapchat if you didn't have the daughter that you have?
Probably not.
She's
How
on
many
all
other-
of them. She watches my video 5 times because it's on all platforms. Thanks for watching to the end. You're helping the algorithm know that I'm great.
I do. I do follow my daughter.
Yeah. What would your interaction with social media be without me?
That's hard to say. Probably Facebook, because the kids are on there. My grandkids, and
I love Facebook.
um,
And your kids and grandkids. I didn't know they're on Facebook.
well, the grandkids are only on through Samantha.
Yeah. So my sister-in-law put up pictures of the family.
Yeah, so that for sure I would do that. I don't know.
Do you ever feel like when you're on it guilty or like it was a waste of time or you somehow time disappeared and you were mad that you let it?
No, I just do it in the morning when I get up. I do scroll through my stuff. It's a good decompression for me.
See, she doesn't go to For You. She only looks at following, so it never gets sucked into something she didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't.
It's funny. It's like to me, it's, I hate the idea of waking up and looking at my phone first thing. But then I also remember waking up and reading the paper first thing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how much worse is that? How better is that? At least these are people I
Yeah,
know,
it's
not
the same thing. You just catch up on what your friends are doing or your family's doing. And yeah, and I generally have the TV on with the news.
2 screens at once.
So I catch a
Technologically
little bit of
advanced.
news and see what people are posting, what they did for the weekend.
Can't wait to retire.
But yeah, you got to have your morning coffee anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's off the juice. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
No
What
coffee.
happened? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, really. We hit a deer,
Oh yeah.
totaled the car.
Her and my dad. I know. It's so very Pennsylvania.
Honestly, we were in a Forerunner, and
It's like
who
a four-wheel
knew
drive big car.
that it had 12 airbags? They all went off simultaneously, and I was deaf. I couldn't hear for
That's so
at least an
scary.
hour. And then so my ENT put me on steroids and I had to get off coffee.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering where this.
Yeah.
That's where it came to. So I had to go through the steroids and they made me so
I
crazy.
hit this deer and I was on such a high that I don't need coffee anymore.
No.
Take that, wildlife.
No, I lost my hearing.
Oh,
I
Jesus,
know we were
sorry.
podcasting when I was on steroids too, and they made me nuts as well. Maybe it's genetic.
I can't function mentally.
Yeah,
It's just
you feel like you're spinning.
yeah, it's really a bad thing. But anyway, it helped the hearing. So I did it.
Good job.
But
got
Since
through.
I was off coffee for that period, I figured I'm not going back to it.
Yeah, tell me about that thought process. Why not?
So I'm not dependent on it because I was, I get a headache if I didn't have my coffee in the morning. And I just felt like I had to do that. Like first thing in the morning, like you said, you don't want to have something that you have to do first thing in the morning. Well, I'm not having to do it. So I like that. I think I'll stick with it for a while.
You never got high from it though? Like it made you feel better about life? You miss that?
No, I can sleep what I want to now. Like I wonder when you have to get up and go to work, the coffee helps you
Yeah.
function. Now I don't have to worry about it. So it's a good time to quit.
Do we only drink coffee because we're not retired?
I don't know. Good question. I'm surprised you haven't switched to like a tea or like a decaf or anything.
Oh, I do. I'm drinking an herbal tea,
Yeah.
like a ginger tea. Nothing with caffeine.
I have found a hack for me is I finish my first cup of coffee and I always want a second cup. And I would have one and then I would really,
I
seeing
I can't
quadruple
do
of everybody.
two.
And so what I do now is I literally just do a cup of hot water, not even lemon or
Oh,
whatever.
I do
just hot.
that. I just did
And
that. Yeah.
it's satisfying enough that I'm like, oh, this is great. And then
Yeah.
I finish that second one, and then by that time, I imagine the first cup is kicked in a little bit more. And I'm like,
Mhm.
thank God I didn't have that second cup, because then you're racking up the
No, I
caffeine
like
that it
hot
brings in.
water. I just drink hot water because I like it.
She'll order at a restaurant and she has
Yeah,
to say it a few times because people are like, what?
right. Like soda water, no ice, and they're like, "Ugh, okay,
Get
Yeah.
out.
No, and I say a mug of hot coffee or hot water now
Oh.
because some people will bring it to you in a glass and you can't you
the
can't hold
champagne
the
flute,
glass.
and you're like, a little hot, but thanks.
You can't
What's the
just
step?
you can't just say hot water.
Yeah.
Ugh. My dad orders soda water too. He calls it club soda. So maybe I need to start saying that.
Well, there's seltzer water, and then there's
I know. I think
oh,
club
wait a
soda
minute.
has a little salt in it or
One of
something.
them's bitter, isn't it? Or
No,
No,
that's
that's
something else.
tonic.
Tonic. Yeah. My bad. Gin and tonic. Yeah. My grandma used to get gin and tonics all the time.
Gin, that's your go-to, right?
I do like gin.
That's your drink of choice.
I don't know. Lately, I've been ordering Doers and soda,
Beautiful.
just to sip
Scotch and
on.
soda.
That replaced your coffee in the morning?
I should. I didn't think of that.
Make a day of it.
I mean, you don't have to be up for anything. So what are you having at New Year's then? Gin? Scotch and soda?
New Year's? Oh, well, you got to have champagne.
A little hot flute?
Yeah.
Heat it up?
Nah, kills the bubbles.
I was just talking to her about that. When remember when we heated up beers and I was like, it's terrible. It's so bad. And she's like, no, it sounds like it'd be pretty good. You can find a beer that it would be good. We
Yeah.
could not.
Couldn't find anything. Huh? Not even a stout.
We tried them all.
And she's like, well, what about a stout? Well, we can try it again.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
feel like one
believe
of your
me.
peanut butter lagers might be kind of good, or something like chocolatey, kind of hot chocolate.
Don't they drink it warm in Europe?
Like room temp, not
Not
hot.
hot. Yeah. Okay.
How do you incorporate alcohol into your workout regimen? We gotta fit it in.
Well, actually, I would avoid it for working out.
Mhm. You would never do a beer mile?
I would never do a beer mile. I would never do a non-beer mile.
I'd never do a mile. I'll do a beer. I'll do the first half.
I would never do 4 beers.
Yeah, that's
Four,
true.
4 would make me ill.
Yeah, both of those things independently are rough, but when you put them together, it's great.
That's fantastic. Okay, I guess you're off caffeine. So are you anti espresso martini? Is that what you're telling us?
Oh, I don't do vodka.
Oh, she does though. You'll use it.
Oh,
cleaning.
except for I buy a lot of vodka, but I clean my mirrors, my glasses, my windows.
Yeah.
Vodka's great for cleaning stainless steel.
I had no idea.
It's super.
It'll also get all the wrinkles out of a green screen. She showed me that one.
Yeah, it's a wrinkle releaser. If you
What?
it also, if you go somewhere and you got like a smoky smell, just spray a little vodka. It'll take that smoke out from the bar.
No
when
more
you come home
hibachi
from
for
the
a week.
bar.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite lines. Somebody says, "You're drunk right now. I can smell the vodka on your breath." And the guy goes, "First of all, vodka doesn't have a smell. That's the best part about vodka."
That's right. He's right.
I had no idea it was a cleaning solution also. I mean, I suppose if my pea-sized alcohol brain had expanded in any sort of way, I guess it makes sense.
I do. I buy it by the jugful, the big ones.
Like
So-
Vladdy.
And then I poured it
Right.
into spray bottles.
You get the cheap ones.
And then it just goes.
You've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the guy who puts Windex on everything? That's my mom, but vodka.
Wild. Have you tried? Does it work better if you put it through a Brita filter a couple times?
Yeah. I've seen that.
She knows the canon.
So your liquor store must think you're just you're just coming in every week
Got a
buying
problem.
gallons of vodka, and they're like,
I don't care what they think.
fair enough.
I'm sure there's plenty worse.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Are you going to go back and watch this now?
Oh, sure. I may turn it
Nice.
off. It might be
Is there
too much
anything-
for me to handle.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your future self?
Oh. I don't know. You should have given me a warning. I could have thought of something, but I'm coming up blank.
So your future self watching this is going to think of something. Call me.
Yeah, that's a great call.
Okay. I will. I should have said.
Yeah. And I'll put it in the next episode.
All right.
Well, thank you to the Fitheads, my mom included,
Especially.
especially
This is the earliest we've ever referenced you, actually.
Yeah.
right from the opening.
You had no choice.
It's a record.
Impossible to reference you any earlier, I suppose.
Have you rated and reviewed on
Oops.
Apple Podcasts?
Well, yeah, I think so. I did in
Years
a couple
ago.
places because I wasn't sure what I was doing.
She rate and reviewed on our personal totalfitheads.com website as well. So that was nice.
Wow.
I think I messed it up the first time.
No, it's good. We'll take them where we can get them.
Yeah, what happened? That's my question. What happened to that episode where you go through all those?
Oh, we rate the ratings? We're too scared, I think.
The fans are calling us out.
Ruh-roh.
We should do it. Appreciate you bringing it up.
Okay.
Stay tuned for the Rate the Ratings episode.
We don't want to
because-
start because then we'll have to keep going and rate them all.
Oh, don't then. Then we're not starting.
Completion. All right. If you can rate and review on Apple Podcasts, that helps us out a whole lot. And we'll see you next week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.